What is going on, fellas? And welcome back to the Journeyman with me, FoggyPlays on FM22. Today, we're playing the final two league games of the season. It is a crucial two games of the season remaining because we could still win the league. And this is just exceptional. Who would have thought that we'd take over in China and could potentially take a team who were expected to finish in the bottom two and potentially get them into the top two? But we do need to win both our games, or at least get results. So if you do want to enjoy this episode, do make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Now let's get into the video. Right, fellas, so as I said in the intro, this is our final two league games of the season. And if results go away, we are already guaranteed we'd be guaranteed a top two position. We do need Ice City and Chang'an to draw, or Chang'an to beat Ice City and us to win. I think a draw might be enough. I don't want to take that chance. We just want to win the game. Tackle harder. We're going to go positive rather than... I never even showed you the results. How we ended up getting to this position. We drew against Rongcheng. Did have a player sent off fairly late on. Ashton managed to get a goal. Something you don't see every day. I think that was his first of the season. It was his first goal, and it was an important goal. We then went and beat Zhuao 2-1. Wang Chao scoring another goal. He has been in pretty decent form, actually, for a guy who has 4 finishing. It's back down to 3 finishing. Fantastic. And then in the most recent game, we beat Curzon 3-1. Quite comfortable. Made a decent amount of changes late on because I wanted to rest some of my players for these two games. We're playing 9th and 12th. And yeah, we'll have to see how we get on. We do have a few concerns coming to this game. Zhang Qi is, after picking up an injury, could play, but I'm not going to risk him. Wee is finally back from his injury, but can only play 45 minutes, so he's going to start from the bench. Ricardo Martins could play, but I'm not going to play him. And Yan Lin is suspended. So we are starting with Dai in goal, Hanbon and Jingping as our wide defenders. I believe they call them fullbacks. Yingming and Song are going to be playing as our central defence, with Shishun and Zheng in central midfield. Tang Mao and Chang Bowen as our wide men. Wang Chao and Zhu Zhao starting as our strike force. 19 goals between our two strikers. I'm not going to complain. That is fine. 19 goals. Happy-ish. We could be crowned champions with a win today. Interestingly, I've not had any team meetings come up and be like, hey, do you want to tell the players to go out and win the league? Because that's probably not a good idea. Because, to be fair, we were expected to be down in, like, 16th at best. We could potentially win the league. As I said, guaranteeing promotion depends completely on the Ice City game. Because if Chang'an and them draw or Ice City lose, we're guaranteed promotion. And the fact that we could win the league, I suppose, yeah, we're a point ahead. We could technically win the league today. I don't think we're going to, but we could. Changbon can't get the ball across, and Shenlong sends it long. And what a playback by Song. Unfortunately, we can't get the ball in the back of the net. But we do have a free kick now. Changbon steps up to take the free kick, and he's put it in the back of the net. His 7th of the season. He has been in very good form. I just hit my watch off my table. He has been in very good form. Apart from that sending off, he has been pretty good. He did score a hat-trick, if I'm not mistaken, in one game. Right, fellas, sorry about that. The doorbell went. I just noticed that Ice City are losing. So as it is right now, we're guaranteed a promotion spot. We are only 20 minutes in, so I'm not going to count my chickens before they fuck. But things aren't going terribly. Wang Chao. Oh, wee wee. Don't know why I said wee wee, but Wang Chao, 20 minutes in, makes it 2. Fantastic. I honestly thought that Tianjin were going to be a much more difficult or much higher positioned team that iCity have drawn. Either way, that result works perfectly fine for us. But when they won their first game, was 6-0, if I'm not mistaken. They dominated their first game. I was assuming that they were going to run away with the league, and they were unbeaten for quite a while, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But it's gone a little bit downhill for them. Thankfully, though, for us, doesn't really matter. Wang Chao is true, and he's gonna score again. Wang Chao, between 3 and 4 finishing, depending on how he's feeling on the day, has scored 2 in 8 minutes. Things are looking up. If this result stays as it is for iCity, we are promoted. Is that offside? No, okay, it's his first goal. Nothing came up under his name, so I assumed that he'd been offside, and I was like pretty sure he came from. Okay, Curzon. I was going to say, if BJBSU can do us a favour, doesn't look like that's going to happen. Curzon are winning 2-0, but we're 3-1 up, and iCity and Chanyang are still drawing as we come into half time. I'm more focused on that result than I could even care less about how we're doing. Yeah, keep going, lads. You're doing quite well. Ying Ming not having a great game. That's fine. Jaka can't be overly impressed with the fact that he is sitting on the bench when we're playing a game that could wrap up the promotion race for us. And I've put in a 17-year-old instead, because I trust the 17-year-old more than I do the 20-something-year-old. How old is Jaka? 27-year-old centre-back. Chico takes the throw. We've not had a huge amount in this. Well, this is the first highlight. We're just over 30 minutes, or just under 30 minutes left. Wang Chao going for the ball. Can't unfortunately get there, to be fair. Pressing forward on support. As I said, it's quite good. It's quite good. We have signed, actually, a couple of players have signed new contracts as well. So that's fantastic for them. It's costing us a little bit of extra money. We're over the wage budget right now, but if we get promoted, we're going to be getting a tasty. Oh, Wang Chao tries to chip the keeper. Oh, dirty chip. If we get promoted, I would imagine we're going to be given a decent amount of cash. Yingming is going to come off for Jaka. Tang Mao not having a great game. I'm going to bring on Salif Saeed. Yeah. I did play Yan Zhao in the right wing position in the last game. It wasn't fantastic. So I'm not going to bring him on, but I'm going to bring him on to play up front. See if he can score himself something. If he can just get a goal, that'd be nice. 25 minutes plus whatever's added on for stoppage time. We've had less of the ball, but we're doing more with it, which is completely fine with me. We're not playing a controlled possession. We're playing a supposedly direct counter-attack. Wang Chao's ridden the challenge, and their keeper does remember he has hands, and he is allowed to use them. We have a corner. I haven't scored from a corner for quite a while. That one went into the 6-yard area. The area of uncertainty. The keeper made it certain. Shushin finds Saeed. Wang is true. How does he not score there? It is just a day of interruptions today, fellers. I suppose it is an important game. So, you know, we're going to give the lads a bit of praise. We only have 10 minutes left. And results are looking good for us. Players do in a position of needing a rest. I'm going to bring on Ashton to play as an inverted winger on support on the left. And we have one more change. Curzon can come off for Jing. Because, to be fair, he started off this season as like first choice ball win fielder. And then he kind of drifted into backup because Curzon played really quite well. And he's actually up for, or Curzon is up for Chinese League Player of the Year, I think it is. And for fans Player of the Year, I think he's up for 2 awards, so that's, you know, nothing to be sniffed at. But it looks like we're going to win this one 3-1. Curzon are going to win their game 2-0, and I think the other game ended in a draw. We have been promoted. Oh, praise Jesus. Ooh, praise Jesus. We have been promoted. Let's just make sure. Europe, national hero. Get in. So we have, we've done it. We're promoted. Can we win the league now? That's the most important one. Celebrate promotion. Us and Curzon have both been promoted. Guaranteed. Tang Mao won't be playing in the next game because I don't know, do I want his contract extending? The board have set an initial budget of 54,000 a week and 522k transfer budget. That's pretty good. Seeing as how our budget was down to 25 and our current spending was 37. I can get on board with that. Rejoice in promotion success. Quite an achievement surrounding the club's chances of promotion when the season began. Has done a remarkable job. Song, delighted. Song actually signed a new contract not too long ago. Wang Chao. He aged up in June. That's pretty tasty. I'm guessing at the end of the season we'll be on the favourite personnel or the club legends or something. Probably should be a legend, to be fair. Like, this is the first time the club has ever played in the top division, I think. Yeah. We're going to come back in the next part of this episode to take on Junjin, who are safe. So they don't need to worry. They have nothing to play for. We have the league to play for, so we'll have to wait and see how we get on. So we will be back in just a second for that. Let's celebrate our title. No, promotion. Get in. Right, players, final day of the season. All we need to do is win. Potentially just not lose. Because Curzon are playing away against 4th place Chanyang, who I'm assuming are going to want to finish 3rd in the league, but Ice City are actually playing the worst team in the league. So we're just going to go out. We're going to play our game. We're going to see what happens. We are going to tackle harder because I want to get in. Our task is simple. If we win our match on the final day of the season, we will be crowned champions. I've eased expectations by saying to the lads here, look, we weren't expected to be in this position. Just go out and enjoy the game. It's grand. And I have signed a new contract as well. So I will be leading the team into the top division next season. Here's hoping that it's not a terrible idea. Not many changes from the last game. Hanbon is suspended, so Yingming moves over to play at right back. Zhangqi is going to play at centre back. Deng Yanlin comes in to play in central midfield. And I think that's the only changes? Question mark. I did consider. See if Saeed's come in. Tang Mao did actually get a contract in the end. The director of football decided to just extend it regardless. So that's fantastic. I get a player for next season who was barely good enough to play for us this year. Outstretch arms. Carry on from the last match. Nope. Nobody cares. I'm just going to pump my fists and tell everyone that I have a cheeky bit of faith in them. going to point my fist or point my finger at the strikers and say, go out and do a football. And we'll see how we go. They're playing 5 at the back. We've not played fantastically against 5 at the back so far this year. So I'm a little bit weary. But it's fine. We have 2 not great strikers. Everything will be fine. Curzon still drawing in their game. We do need to win this one though. Nantang absolutely demolishing QDFC. We have a corner. Nothing comes from it. QDFC were actually the favourites to win the league. I think they're like 11th or 12th. I was going to say 13th, but we're playing against 13th, so that's not how it works. But we are Guan Zhang doing a decent job alongside his normal partner of Song. With Song and Zhang. Interesting pass, but Chang picks it up. Chang has the ball again, finds Yang. Yeah, okay, I'm recording. Yang whips it over. Oh, the goalkeeper was in no man's land. Wang Cho hits the back of the net with a header. We are 1 up, and as it stands, we are going to be the champions. Regardless of what Curzon do now. Okay, I was going to say, feel like we should have more points than they do, seeing as how they're drawing. As long as nothing goes horrendously wrong, we're fine. We'll be fine. I'm not expecting massive amounts from this game. I did consider playing Zhu Hale, the young 17-year-old goalkeeper, for this game, but then I was like, I kind of want to win the league because we've only won 1 trophy so far. And Chang Bon never really looked like he was going to score there. That was very, very tight. Got to just keep an eye on the Curzon game because that is the one that makes the most difference to how our season ends. And we're going in at halftime, 1 up, having had 9 shots. Put my fists. Just keep doing what you're doing. Song and Zhang not having amazing games, but it's fine. I'll accept it. We're not going to make any changes yet. Zhao is probably the first in line to come off. Because we have a few strikers on the bench that can play well. Wang Chao is offside? Question mark. The referee blows his whistle and, checking with VAR, it's offside. Was he far offside? Oh. He was so close to not being offside. Yang finds Chang, Yang finds, I'm not sure who that was, but Ying Ming picks it up, whips in across. Chang Bon, 8th goal of the season. I would love, if I was the one doing the transfers, I would definitely have him in for next season. I would be like, get him in on loan at least, because he has been an absolute delight since he joined us. Going to chuck a bit of praise at the lads. This has been delightful. We're coming up on 65 minutes. We're going to make changes. I'm going to make a couple of changes now because why not? Zhao can come off. We're going to bring on Lee. Song has played terribly, so I'm going to bring on Jacka. Shen Hao can come off for Piao. But I will make him a ball-winning midfielder because he's actually, when he's played, he's been pretty decent at it. So I'm going to give him the opportunity. I'm going to take off the goalkeeper as well. I'm going to give Zhu Hale a chance. We have 1 substitution left. I just hope that the whole thing doesn't go up in flames, because that would be frustrating. I've just gone and sat back down because, 2 up. Might as well just chill for a little bit. Chang Bon. Could potentially be his final game for us, because I think his loan was just for the season. Jean strolls back to pick it up. Juhel, he's quite a sizable distance out of goal for a sweeper keeper on defend. I'd say something if he was on attack or even support, but Lee, you need to hit the back of the net. Curzon and Chanang still 0-0. We get to see if our young goalkeeper is in any way, shape or form good. He's unlucky. Pierce Waring hits the back of the net. It's fine. Curzon are still drawing. We've got ourselves another free kick. Please, for love of Jesus, don't be offside again. Whips it across. Richard Jacka. It's been given. It's fine. What a substitution. Brought on a guy who I've said is probably not been good enough for us this year since he joined. He just pops up and scores a goal just to remind people that we're, you know, we are the best team in this league, even though we really, really shouldn't be. Curzon have had a player sent off. I am going to say it now. We are the champions. Is there anyone on the bench I want to give game time to? Guan Tang Chao. Do I want to bring him on? No. Chen can come on for Deng Yanlin. Deng has signed a new contract as well, so he's here for next season. As is Song. I think Jack is here for next season. But I don't know if either of my the strikers that started this game are here for next season. So that'll be interesting. Wang Chao. Couldn't find Lee. Lee has been interesting so far this year. Chen finds the ball through. Lee, he was just waiting for the final day of the season. Get in. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop. We have won the league. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world. Or in this case, the Chinese League One. Get in. Unfortunately, I took Song off, so he doesn't get to lift the trophy. Oh, hey! Campeones, campeones, ole, ole, ole. Get in. Get in. Fantastic. Oh, I could not have asked for more from this team. It is insane that we actually won this goddamn league. I did not expect. I thought we were going to get relegated. And I was thinking to myself, when I took the job, I was like, this is a terrible, terrible idea. What have I done? I took it purely because I was being offered more money than anyone else was willing to offer me. But I was still like, this is not a good idea. But we have won. And Curzon, when they found out that we were 4-1 up, had a player sent and another player sent off. So it wasn't really a great game for them now, was it? But we've won the league. That's all that matters. The most important thing in the world is Jingshao Biedamen have won the league. Bow down before me. I am a god. Oh. Have we made it on to... There we go. Favoured personnel. Get in. Yes, we've won the Chinese League. Lift China League 1 on final day. Ying Zhao had gone 10 hours without scoring a goal. Fantastic. To be fair, I think he's only scored like... Yeah, he scored 4 goals previous to this, and he's still worth 1.1 million. Don't know how. Goal scorer. Zhang Qi praises me following my title win. Wang Chao, again, has a fantastic game. We are crowned champions. Surely everybody loves me. Club atmosphere is only very good. Managerial support is excellent. All but 2 players like me. This guy, never gave him an opportunity. He's only a young player. And the lone Goalkeeper doesn't really care too much for me either, which is fine. Not fussed. Do I have a filter on? I don't. Who was that other guy we had on loan? Or did he leave? Julie? No? Oh, he's just down in our under 21s. Okay. Interesting. But yeah, the league above, the 2001 Chinese or China PR national youth team didn't win any games. They also have no players. So probably explains why they actually didn't do anything this year. Founded in 2020, 2001. Media predicted them to finish 17th. They didn't even score a point. But it looks like Mezhou are going to be playing in the division that we're playing in, and we're a rival of theirs. Okay, well, we have them as a rivalry. A competitive rivalry against them, but we're not going to be playing them next year because we're going to be in the top division and they're not. So we will be back in the next episode to have a look at the end of season review and the transfer roundup, because I feel like we're going to need to sign a lot of players for next season. Hopefully the director of football is on board and actually signs some decent players, because if we don't sign any good players, we are going to be up shit's creek without a paddle. But if you have enjoyed this episode, do make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with all of your friends, and I will see you in the next one.